애플비.
공룡 이야기 마을. Help me, Brachiosaurus. There was a big rainstorm in the dinosaur village.
I'm afraid the village is going to flood.
Daddy Tyranno was worried as he watched the torrent. Just then, Auntie Stego screamed, "Help! Help! Little Tyranno was swept away by the swelling river!"
Where is he?
Daddy Tyranno ran to the river in a hurry.
I don't see my child.
Upon arriving at the river, Daddy Tyranno looked around, calling little Tyranno's name.
Tyranno! Tyranno!
All the other dinosaurs heard the news from Auntie Stego. They came running to Daddy Tyranno and joined his search for little Tyranno.
Daddy, I'm here!
Little Tyranno was barely holding on to a rock sticking out of the raging river.
Hold on tight. Daddy will pull you out.
Daddy Tyranno tried to jump into the river immediately.
Wait! It's too dangerous to do it alone. Let's come up with a plan first,
said Mrs. Stego, stopping Daddy Tyranno. The other dinosaurs calmed Daddy Tyranno down and quickly planned how to save the young dinosaur.
Now the river is running too wild. We have to wait for it to calm down.
Little Tyranno will not be able to hold on until then. We need to pull him out immediately.
Daddy Tyranno and his neighbors put their heads together and came up with an emergency rescue plan. The dinosaurs tied ropes to their bodies and jumped into the river.
Tyranno, just wait a little longer. Daddy is coming.
Daddy Tyranno tried to reach little Tyranno, but the raging water made it difficult for him to move forward. Just then, Brachio appeared, a dinosaur with a long neck.
Stand back, everybody. I'll save little Tyranno.
Brachio's neck was long enough to reach the rock little Tyranno was holding onto. Brachio grabbed little Tyranno with his mouth, lifted him up, and put him down on the riverbank.
Everything is okay now, little one.
Thank you very much for saving my child.
Daddy Tyranno thanked Brachio.
I just did what I had to do,
said Brachio politely and humbly. The other dinosaurs gave him a big hand and cheered.
Hey, Brachio! That was incredible!
공룡 이야기 마을
The Patient Tyrannosaurus. It hadn't rained for a very long time. The dinosaur village was having a drought.
The spring water has dried up because it hasn't rained for so long.
I'm afraid we will run out of drinking water too.
Deeply concerned, the dinosaurs looked up at the sky.
We are going to be in serious trouble.
Let's all climb up the mountain and pray to heaven.
All the dinosaurs agreed to go up the mountain and pray for rain together. Before long, the dinosaurs reached the top of the mountain.
Is everyone here?
The dinosaurs looked around and noticed that the Tyranno family was not there.
Heave
ho!
Heave
Ho!
The Tyranno family were digging a hole in the ground. They were all soaked in sweat as they worked under the blazing sun.
We must hurry and dig a hole. Heave ho! Heave ho!
Just then, Stego came to see the Tyranno family and said,
All the other dinosaurs are at the top of the mountain praying. Come, join us in praying, Tyranno.
But Daddy Tyranno said,
I'm sorry, but we are not interested.
Stego was sorry to hear that. He turned around and left. The dinosaurs prayed and prayed, but the rain didn't come. All the dinosaurs became really worried. Finally, Stego said,
We have only one option left now.
What's that?
The dinosaurs looked at Stego and waited for an answer.
We leave this town. We all leave to look for a place where there is water.
The dinosaurs were sad to leave their sweet little hometown, but there didn't seem to be any other choice. The dinosaurs were ready to pack and move out of the village.
Wait a minute!
It was right at the moment that Daddy Tyranno came running and stopped them.
Would you come with me, please?
Daddy Tyranno took them to a well. It was full of clean, cool water. It turned out the Tyranno family had been sweating and working hard to dig a well.
Hooray! It's water!
Now we don't have to leave our hometown.
All the dinosaurs jumped for joy.
Thank you!
Thank you so
much! You saved us all!
The dinosaurs hurrahed because they were so happy,
We did it for everyone.
said Daddy Tyranno, scratching his head because he was a little embarrassed. Mommy Tyranno and Baby Tyranno smiled because they were proud of what they had done.
공룡 이야기 마을
Ankylosaurus's hammer. Today, the little dinosaurs are going on a picnic. The teacher, Mrs. Brachio, had everything ready for a treasure hunt.
Now, go find some treasure It could be hidden anywhere.
Whoa! This is exciting!
The little dinosaurs immediately scattered.
The treasure must be hidden behind that rock.
Little Tyranno and little Stego went to the big rock. Under the rock, they found a cave.
The treasure must be in this cave.
Little Tyranno said very confidently.
I don't want to go inside. I'm scared.
Said little Stego, hesitating.
Then you wait here. I'll go and check it out.
Little Tyranno bravely stepped into the cave. No sooner had little Tyranno entered the cave than a big rock fell and blocked the cave entrance. Thud! Little Tyranno screamed in surprise.
Ah!
Outside the cave, little Stego was also surprised when she heard the scream.
Big trouble, everybody! Tyranno is trapped inside a cave!
Little Stego quickly ran to Mrs. Brachio and explained to her what happened. Mrs. Brachio came running to the cave with the other teachers, but nobody knew what to do. They just stomped out of frustration.
Heave ho! Heave ho!
Putting their strength together, all the teachers tried to push the big rock out of the way, but the rock didn't move an inch.
This isn't going to work. We have to smash the rock.
Mrs. Brachio came up with that idea, but they did not have the tools to smash the rock. Everybody was at their wits' end when Mr. Ankylo came running to join them. He said,
Now, everybody step back from the rock. I will smash it.
Mr. Ankylo had a very strong hammer at the tip of his tail. Mr. Ankylo slammed the rock really hard with his tail.
Bam!
When Mr. Ankylo slammed the rock as hard as he could, the rock broke apart. The cave entrance was clear again.
Mr. Ankylo is the best! Hooray! Thank you, Mr. Ankylo!
All the teachers and little dinosaurs cheered with their hands up in the air. Finally, little Tyranno came out of the cave safely.
I was really worried about you. Thank you for bringing teachers to help.
Little Stego was so happy that she hugged little Tyranno and cried.
공룡 이야기 마을
Brachiosaurus headbutting. Today, the dinosaurs are going to the pumpkin patch to harvest pumpkins.
Let's go harvest pumpkins, everybody.
All the dinosaurs hummed as they marched to the pumpkin patch. Look at all these pumpkins!
They all look so delicious.
The dinosaurs laughed because they were so excited. Just then, little Stego spotted the biggest pumpkin she had ever seen.
Wow! It's really big! Look here! I've never seen such a big pumpkin!
All the dinosaurs came to see the giant pumpkin when they heard little Stego.
You're right. It's a really huge pumpkin.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing!
The dinosaurs were shocked.
I'm sure such a great pumpkin will taste great too.
It is big enough to feed all of us.
Let's make pumpkin soup for everyone to share. The dinosaurs delightedly decided to share the pumpkin. But the big pumpkin was very hard. They tried to open it with all kinds of tools, but they could not break it. Just then, Daddy Stego came and said, ever so confidently,
I'll split the pumpkin with my stronger tail.
Daddy Stego was going to strike the pumpkin with the sharp horn he had at the tip of his tail. Slam! His strike made a big sound, but the pumpkin didn't budge.
Oh my, that is a really hard pumpkin.
Daddy Stego quietly stepped back. Then Pachycephalo came forward and said,
I'll try to break the pumpkin.
Everybody in the village knew Pachycephalo had a very hard and strong forehead. Pachycephalo took a few steps back and then made a dash forward. His forehead was directly aimed at the pumpkin.
Here I come!
Crack! The pumpkin split in two with a thundering sound as soon as Pachycephalo gave it a head thump.
Whoa, Pachycephalo's headbutting is amazing!
That was great!
All the dinosaurs shouted excitedly. That evening, the dinosaurs were able to enjoy delicious pumpkin soup, thanks to Pachycephalo.
공룡 이야기 마을
Postman Pteranodon. Pteranodon is a kind postman who delivers letters to the dinosaur village every day.
You've got a letter.
Today, Pteranodon went out to the dinosaur village to deliver letters like he always did. However, the dinosaurs did not welcome Pteranodon. This was because Pteranodon had really big wings.
Thank you for delivering the letter, but please do not spread your wings in front of our house.
As Pteranodon delivered letters to every corner of the village, he would spread his huge wings and flap them to fly. But the little dinosaurs in the village were very scared of them. Little dinosaurs would start crying and scream,
Mom, I'm scared. Oh,
One day, Pteranodon was delivering a letter to the Stego family. But when little Stego saw the postman, she was so scared that she started crying.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Mama Stego tried to soothe little Stego.
If you cry, Pteranodon will snatch you, take you up into the air, and then drop you,
said Mama Stego, trying to make little Stego stop crying. Pteranodon heard what she said, and it really hurt his feelings.
But I'm not that kind of postman.
Pteranodon was so sad that he could not finish delivering letters. He went home broken-hearted.
I was just trying to deliver letters.
After that, Pteranodon was not seen anymore in the dinosaur village. Dinosaurs were not happy now that Pteranodon had stopped coming to the village.
Why did he stop delivering letters to us?
I need to send a letter to the neighboring village myself. But now that he isn't coming, I don't know how.
A few more days passed, and now the dinosaurs started to become worried about him.
Do you think maybe something had happened to Pteranodon?
I think we might have been unkind to Postman Pteranodon.
We don't know how much someone means to us when they are around. Now that he's gone, I realize how important Pteranodon is.
The dinosaurs were sorry for what they had done to Pteranodon, so they all went to Pteranodon's house.
We're sorry for having been unkind to you.
We are truly sorry. Please forgive us.
The dinosaurs apologized sincerely to Pteranodon. That made Pteranodon feel a lot better.
Now I've got my energy back to deliver letters. Ha 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 ha!
That's how the dinosaurs were able to send and receive letters again.
공룡 이야기 마을.
The singing champion Parasaurolophus. Today there is a singing contest in the dinosaur village. The dinosaurs practiced really hard for this contest.
La 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 la.
Ooh ah, ooh ah, ooh ah.
A wonderful stage was set up in the woods, and one after another, dinosaurs arrived.
Now we will start the singing contest.
When the host, Velociraptor, made the announcement, all the dinosaurs cheered.
The first contestant is Ms. Brachio, a dinosaur with a long neck.
When Velociraptor introduced her, Ms. Brachio came on stage and started singing, raising her long neck straight up towards the sky.
top of the tree. Oh, how lovely is the green leaf!
However, Ms. Brachio's voice was so loud that the dinosaurs had to block their ears.
Ugh! This is not singing. It sounds like thunder in the sky.
Oh, it hurts my ears.
The next contestant is a group of Compsognathuses, the smallest dinosaurs of all.
3 Compsognathuses walked on stage and started to sing in chorus.
We are Compsognathuses. We may be small, but we are nifty and deft.
But the voices of the Compsognathuses were so small and faint that only a few dinosaurs in front could hear them.
Isn't the sound too low?
I can't hear anything.
Don't just whisper. Sing a little louder, please.
A dinosaur shouted in the back, and all the other dinosaurs started to complain too.
She's right. I cannot hear anything.
Then came Parasaurolophus's turn. She took the stage and started singing. The noisy audience quickly became quiet. All the dinosaurs in the audience were enchanted by Parasaurolophus's song.
Woo, beautiful sky. Woo, beautiful village. Ah, my sweet dinosaur neighbors. Yeah!
The beautiful sound of the song Parasaurolophus was singing was coming from the big horn on the top of her head.
Oh, the sound vibrates like the sound of a pipe organ.
I've never heard such a beautiful sound.
When the song ended, the dinosaurs applauded and cheered.
Whoa! That was the best!
Please sing one more song.
Parasaurolophus thanked the audience. She was named the best singer of the village. She always sang beautiful songs whenever other dinosaurs felt lonely and troubled.
공룡 이야기 마을
Misunderstood Triceratops. Today, a very special guest is coming to Stego's house.
I should make the house sparkly clean.
Daddy Stego worked hard to clean the yard. He wanted to make sure everything was perfectly ready to welcome the guest.
You must have a very special guest coming. Is that the reason you've been working so hard since early this morning?
Asked Tyranno. Daddy Stego answered.
Yes, I have a very special guest coming today. Someone I'm very grateful to.
Daddy Stego told Tyranno what happened in the dinosaur village last year. Last fall, a volcano erupted. and the dinosaur village was engulfed in fire. All the dinosaurs fled the village in a panic to escape the lava.
Everyone, listen to me. Now more than ever, we need to stay calm.
Triceratops tried to calm the dinosaurs down. At that moment, little Stego was trapped inside their house, and the house was on fire. She cried out,
Daddy! Help!
All the dinosaurs stomped their feet because they didn't know what to do.
Oh, my goodness. What are we going to do? That's terrible.
Goodness, dangerous.
It was then that Triceratops came to the rescue. Triceratops had a long horn in his head, and he ran inside the burning house.
Little one, hop on my back.
Triceratops scooped up little Stego with his long horn and put her on his back. Little Stego finally escaped the house and avoided the flames. But she was hurt by Triceratops's long horn and cried out in pain.
Daddy! I'm hurt!
When little Stego started crying, Daddy Stego slapped Triceratops with his tail.
How dare you hurt my child?
Triceratops was flustered when Daddy Stego slapped him with his sharp tail. Later, the dinosaur village returned to normal, but Triceratops was nowhere to be seen.
I am ashamed of what I did to him that day.
Daddy Stego had tears in his eyes when he remembered what had happened.
Is Triceratops coming back now?
Asked Tyranno. Daddy Stego answered,
Yes, I have looked everywhere for Triceratops since that day. And today, Triceratops is coming back because he knows he's not misunderstood anymore.
When Triceratops appeared in the village, Daddy Stego ran up to him and gave him a big hug. With tears in his eyes, he told Triceratops,
Please forgive my mistake. It's all in the past now. What is there to forgive?
Daddy Stego and Triceratops reconciled, and laughter flowed in the dinosaur village again.
공룡 이야기 마을
Wise little Stegosaurus. Winter has come to the dinosaur village.
With such an early snow, it looks like it's going to be a cold winter.
The grown-up dinosaurs watched the snow come down and were worried. But the little dinosaurs were having lots of fun in the snow.
It's so much fun!
It will be dark soon. Don't go too far. Play near the house.
Mama Stego warned the little dinosaurs.
Don't worry, Mom!
Little Stego answered confidently.
Let's Let's go to the lake and slide on the ice. The lake in the village is completely frozen.
When little Tyranno said this, the eyes of the other little dinosaurs lighted up.
Okay, it'll be fun. Woo! Woo! This is really fun.
The little dinosaurs slid on the ice and had a lot of fun. They had reached the center of the lake when suddenly the ice made a cracking noise and split open.
Help! Help!
Cried the little dinosaurs as they fell into the icy water. Little Brachio had a long neck, so she was able to keep her head above the water and breathe. But the other little dinosaurs could not breathe. Little Brachio grabbed little Stego with her mouth and held her above the water. Little Stego gasped as she was lifted up by Brachio. Little Tyranno was still in the water, but Brachio couldn't lift him up too. Little Brachio stomped her feet because she didn't know what she could do. Just then, little Stego shouted to little Brachio,
Put me back in the water and pull Tyranno up. Then what am I going to do with you?
Little Stego shouted again.
Pull little Tyranno up and let him breathe. Then you can pull me up and let me breathe.
Little Brachio put down little Stego and pulled up little Tyranno. Now little Tyranno was finally able to breathe. Little Brachio repeated this and let his two friends take turns breathing. Finally, the grown-up dinosaurs saw what was happening to the little dinosaurs. They rushed to pull them out of the water and save them.
Something terrible could have happened if not for you, Brachio.
Thank you so much, Brachio.
The grown-ups all thanked little Brachio.
It could have been a big tragedy if not for little Stego's quick thinking.
After little Brachio told them about little Stego's brilliant idea, the grown-up dinosaurs all complimented little Stego for her wisdom and courage.
공룡 이야기 마을
Dimetrodon's magical sail. Autumn is here, and that means the start of the harvest season at the dinosaur village.
Let's go to the mountain and harvest fruits today,
said Mama Stego. She took all the other dinosaurs to the mountain that was behind their village.
Whoa! It's going to be so much fun!
The little dinosaurs followed the grown-ups, bouncing and jumping. There were lots of fruit that had ripened to perfection on the mountain.
Wow! They look delicious! I'm going to pick more than any of the others.
The little dinosaurs were excited as they rushed to the fruit.
We are all going to enjoy lots of delicious fruit this autumn.
It's all because we've been taking good care of them. The dinosaurs laughed brightly as they picked fruit. While all the dinosaurs worked hard to harvest the fruit, Mr. Dimetrodon lay on the grass basking in the sun.
Dimetrodon is such a lazy dinosaur.
All the dinosaurs grumbled about Mr. Dimetrodon. But Mr. Dimetrodon pretended he didn't hear anything. Before long, the sun was going down and it was getting dark.
Phew! We've been working so hard, but there is still so much fruit to be picked.
Mama Stego said, deeply concerned. If we don't pick them today, they will drop to the ground and not be fresh anymore, Mama Tyranno said, also concerned.
How about we pick them all, even if we have to work late into the night?
The dinosaurs decided to continue picking fruit, even though it was getting darker and darker in the woods. It was really cold at night in the woods. The little dinosaurs complained, shivering from the cold.
Now, let's go down to the village. I want to go home.
Even the voices of the little dinosaurs came out trembling. Just then, Mr. Dimetrodon came, and he opened up his spine sail. It ran along his back, and it was shaped like a giant fan. His giant spine radiated warm light.
Whoa! It's so warm!
The little dinosaurs clapped excitedly. The little dinosaurs flocked to Mr. Dimetrodon. Mr. Dimetrodon made sure to send out as much warm light as he could. It was all thanks to his warm, bright light that the dinosaurs could finish picking all the fruit. We're sorry that we grumbled about you before. The grown-up dinosaurs apologized to Mr. Dimetrodon.
I'm just happy I could help.
Mr. Dimetrodon said, laughing shyly. All the dinosaurs returned to the village with all their baskets full of fruit. 공룡 이야기 마을. A baby Oviraptor is born. The dinosaur village has great news. It's about bride Oviraptor who got married a short while ago. It turns out that she is pregnant. Groom Oviraptor was so happy that he hummed as he started building a nest with twigs and grass.
I need more soft grass. I should go get some rice straw.
Groom Oviraptor visited his neighbors and politely asked,
My wife is having a baby soon. I need to build a nest. Could you spare me some soft rice straw?
Of course I could. I happen to have some good rice straw in my house. By the way, that's great news. Congratulations!
Mama Stego gave him the rice straw, feeling just as happy as the expectant parents.
Thank you very much.
Groom Oviraptor thanked Mama Stego. Next, he went to Tyranno's house.
My wife is about to have a baby. Could you spare me some soft rice straw?
When groom Oviraptor asked, Daddy Tyranno went inside the house and came out with a bunch of rice straw.
You will need lots of straw when you have a baby. Thank you so much.
Groom Oviraptor thanked Daddy Tyranno. He came back home with a stack of rice straw in his carriage.
Honey, I guess we don't need to worry about rice straw anymore.
Oh my! They really gave you so much!
The husband and wife were happy to see the big stack of rice straw in their carriage. Groom Oviraptor built a wonderful nest with the rice straw.
Now, do you think this will keep our baby warm?
Bride Oviraptor answered, gently sitting on the nest.
Yes, it is really soft and warm.
Soon after, Bride Oviraptor started laying eggs. It was so hard that she screamed loudly. The neighboring dinosaurs blocked their ears and said,
I think the eggs are coming out.
I hope Bride Oviraptor will remain strong.
Finally, the Oviraptor's nest was full of white eggs. Mr. and Mrs. Oviraptor carefully looked after the eggs. Before long, little baby dinosaurs hatched out of the eggs.
Oh my! Look at the babies!
They are so cute. They look just like us.
Oviraptor babies cried so loud that everybody in the village could hear them.
Gosh, I guess we will have to put up with some noise for a while.
But the babies are so cute! The dinosaurs congratulated Mr. and Mrs. Oviraptor and promised they would all help take care of the babies.
공룡 이야기 마을
Stubborn Velociraptor. The Velociraptor family was famous in the dinosaur village for being stubborn. One day, little Velociraptor was playing soccer with his friends when he got into a fight. "The ball went in and I scored a goal!" claimed little Velociraptor. He was so upset that he could hardly breathe. Little Velociraptor insisted that he kicked a goal. Then the big dinosaur, Brachio, stepped forward and said,
This goal isn't fair. I saw you touching the ball with your hand. You have to use your feet only in soccer.
Daddy Velociraptor, who was watching from a distance, went to the little dinosaurs and asked,
What are you fighting about?
Little Velociraptor raised his voice now that his dad was there. "I scored a goal, but they're saying it wasn't!" Daddy Velociraptor told little Brachio,
I've been watching the game from over there. It was a good goal and not a foul at all.
Little Brachio told Daddy Velociraptor,
But he used his hand. I saw it clearly.
but Daddy Velociraptor did not listen to Little Brachio.
It was just a little brush. You cannot call that a foul.
When Daddy Velociraptor snapped like that, Little Brachio couldn't talk back anymore.
If you have a complaint, maybe you should just walk out of the game.
Daddy Velociraptor said, as if he were the referee. The game resumed. This time, Brachio's team scored a goal. However, Brachio touched the ball slightly with her hand to make it go into the net.
Hee-hoo! I scored a goal!
I will not accept that as a goal because you used your hand.
Daddy Velociraptor claimed, walking into the group of little dinosaurs. This time, the grown-up dinosaurs all rushed onto the field.
The rule should apply to everybody. If anybody can violate this rule, what good would that do?
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, that's not right. Don't cheat!
When the grown-up dinosaurs stood up and complained, the shamed Daddy Velociraptor turned around and went home.
공룡 이야기 마을
Ran for Hinges in the sky. There was a dinosaur called Ramphorhynchus in the dinosaur village. He had been growing a dream in his heart for a long time. His dream was to fly.
Someday I will learn how to fly if I keep practicing by jumping off trees.
Ramphorhynchus climbed a tree.
Ugh! This is much higher than it looked from down below.
Ramphorhynchus stood at the top of a tree and he hesitated.
My dream is to fly. I cannot make my dream come true if I let fear stop me.
Ramphorhynchus gave a big shout and jumped off the tree.
Ah!
Ramphorhynchus flapped his wings hard, but he ended up hitting the ground with a thundering noise. Clash! Ramphorhynchus found himself scratched and bruised all over.
I can't give up my dream just because it hurts. I am determined to fly.
Ramphorhynchus climbed up the tree again. And then he made another jump.
Ah! Here I go again.
Ramphorhynchus challenged himself over and over until the sun went down. He kept jumping off again and again, but he only kept hitting the ground.
You are going to get seriously hurt by doing this.
That's right. Just give it up now.
The other dinosaurs tried to talk him out of it, but Ramphorhynchus kept practicing. Now, the night came, and it was really dark. All dinosaurs went home and only Ramphorhynchus was left alone. Even after all the dinosaurs went to sleep, Ramphorhynchus kept practicing.
Here I go again.
The next morning, all the dinosaurs were shocked at what they saw when they came out of their houses.
Oh my! I cannot believe this. Ramphorhynchus is flying in the sky.
Whoa! He really did it!
all the dinosaurs admired Hinges as he flew over the sky in the morning sunlight.
He finally made his dream come true.
Hinges has shown us that you can do anything if you try really hard.
공룡 이야기 마을
Spinosaurus Visit. There was a big problem at the Tyranno's house. It all started when Daddy Tyranno found the tree that he was carefully growing had all of its leaves snipped off.
What has happened here? This tree was perfectly fine yesterday.
Daddy Tyranno was really angry. He looked everywhere to find out who did it.
Stego, have you seen any dinosaurs acting suspiciously around my house yesterday?
Surprised, Stego asked back.
What is going on? Why are you so mad?
Somebody snipped off all the leaves from the tree that I love.
Daddy Tyranno answered, panting with anger. The little Stego stepped out and carefully explained.
I saw someone pacing up and down in front of your house last night.
Is that right? Do you remember which dinosaur it was?
Little Stego thought for a long time and answered,
Well, there was a broad feather on his back. It was shaped like a fan.
A broad feather on his back shaped like a fan. That means it must have been Dimetrodon.
Daddy Tyranno immediately ran to Dimetrodon's house, gnashing his teeth in anger.
Dimetrodon, come out right now.
Daddy Tyranno yelled, huffing and panting.
Huh? What are you doing here so early in the morning?
Dimetrodon came out and asked. He was clearly surprised.
Why did you cut off all the leaves on my tree? Why did you do that?
Dimetrodon was so flustered that he could hardly speak.
What do you mean? Who are you accusing now?
Don't try to lie. There is a dinosaur who witnessed it.
Daddy Tyranno answered, still huffing with anger.
Then let's go and ask the witness.
Daddy Tyranno and Dimetrodon went to little Stego to ask her about it.
Little Stego, wasn't it this man, Mr. Dimetrodon, that you saw last night?
Little Stego hesitated and didn't say anything. Just then, Spinosaurus came on the scene with a spined sail that was shaped like a fan.
I'm the one who cut off the leaves last night.
I beg your pardon?
Daddy Tyranno and Dimetrodon both paused in surprise.
Yesterday I went to the Tyranno family's house to share the fish that I'd caught, but nobody was home. So I wrapped the fishes in tree leaves and left them at the door. Haven't you seen them?
Daddy Tyranno was so embarrassed he didn't know what to say.
Dimetrodon, I'm sorry for going off on you without knowing what had really happened. Can you forgive me?
The mistake is understandable because Spinosaurus and I look alike. Don't worry about it.
Thanks to the kind-hearted and forgiving Dimetrodon, the dinosaur village became peaceful again.
공룡 이야기 마을
The tallest dinosaur, Ultrasaurus. Today, the dinosaur village is having a festival. All the dinosaurs came out to a big field ready to have fun.
Who will open the basket this time at the festival?
I'm sure that would be the big dinosaur Brachio.
The Dinosaur Village Festival had a tradition of opening a basket that was hung up high. Brachio opened the basket every year because he had long legs and a long neck. Tut, tut, tut. Finally, the sound of the trumpet signaled the opening of the festival.
Yeah, it's finally starting.
What's written on the banner inside the basket, I wonder?
Just then came Brachio, strutting towards the center of the group of dinosaurs.
Ahem! Please step out of the way.
The dinosaurs made way for Brachio to pass.
Ahem!
Brachio had an air of arrogance, and he had his hands clasped behind his back.
He looks so arrogant because he opens the basket every year.
The dinosaurs thought Brachio was being very proud and pompous.
Now, let's open the basket!
When the host made the announcement, Brachio stretched his long neck straight up. But what is going on? Brachio stretched his neck up as high as he could, but he could not reach the basket. Flustered, Brachio tried harder to make his neck go higher. But Brachio could not reach the basket. He even tried jumping and bouncing, even though he was a heavy dinosaur. But he could not open the basket. He only flopped on his butt instead. The sight made all the dinosaurs crack up.
He acted so proud of himself. But now look what happened.
Then something happened. Ultrasaurus, a dinosaur that looked similar to Brachio, made her entrance. She strutted towards the basket. "Let me try to open it," she said. All the dinosaurs cheered wildly when they saw Ultrasaurus because she was bigger than Brachio. Ultrasaurus approached the basket and tapped it lightly. The basket opened wide and the banner inside it unfurled for all to see. All the dinosaurs were thrilled, except Brachio. The little dinosaurs crawled up Ultrasaurus's neck and took turns sliding down.
Ultrasaurus is the tallest! Ultrasaurus is the best! Hooray!
And that's how Ultrasaurus became the new basket champion of the festival.
공룡 이야기 마을
Dinosaur teacher Ms. Maya Sora. Today is the birthday of Ms. Maya Sora, the kindergarten teacher at the dinosaur village. The little dinosaurs and their parents thought hard to come up with the best birthday present. Ms. Maya Sora will love it if we give her these beautiful flowers, said Mama Tyranno. Little Tyranno was happy to hear it and said,
They are really beautiful, Mama.
Your teacher will be happy to get this sweet cake for a present, don't you think?
Mama Stego made a cake with all her heart to give to Ms. Myasora.
Wow! It looks delicious!
Little Stego really liked the cake.
Ms. Myasora will look really pretty in this yellow hat.
Mama Brachio got a yellow hat for Ms. Myasora. The little dinosaurs went to the kindergarten with their moms and dads. Soon, the birthday party for Ms. Myasora started. First, Mama Brachio gave her the hat and said,
"This is a hat we got you as a present. We thought this will go really well with your yellow skin pattern."
Mama Tyranno gave her a vase with fragrant flowers in it and said, "These are the flowers we've grown carefully for a year. We hope you like them." Mama Stego gave her a sweet cake.
You cannot have a birthday without a cake. My child and I made this cake together.
All the little dinosaurs were ready to light the candles on the cake and sing the happy birthday song. That was when Ms. Myasora noticed little Oviraptor. He was standing alone at a corner and he looked very sad. Little Oviraptor could not bring any presents for the teacher because his mom and dad were too busy. Ms. Myasora went to little Oviraptor and said, running her fingers through his hair, "The greatest gift for me is none other than you. The happiest gift for me is to be here with you." Ms. Myasora turned to everybody and said, "I will blow out the candles with little Oviraptor. To me, the most precious present is my students." All the dinosaurs who came to the kindergarten started to sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you!
They were truly happy to be there to celebrate the teacher, Ms. Myasora's birthday all together.
공룡 이야기 마을
Gallimimus overcomes obstacles. It is the school's field day at the dinosaur village. The most popular game on field day was the track race.
Who do you think will win this time?
Well, it's probably the same dinosaur family that wins every year, don't you think?
In the meantime, the Gallimimus family was letting out size.
The Gallimimus family have always won the track racing championship, but I'm afraid it will be difficult this time.
Yeah, it will be difficult.
This year, little Gallimimus was the only dinosaur in the family who was eligible to run in the race. But little Gallimimus had a handicap. Little Gallimimus had a limp.
I think it's better if we don't join the track race. If our child runs, it might only hurt his feelings.
Little Gallimimus's mom and dad were deeply concerned about their child. Just then, little Gallimimus came into the room limping on one leg.
Mom, Dad, I want to run in the race, even if I cannot win,
said little Gallimimus. Daddy shook his head and said,
No, sweetheart. Everybody will be watching the Gallimimus family with keen interest. We are really afraid that your feelings will be hurt.
Finally, the track racing was about to start. All the dinosaurs were excited and talked about who was going to win.
I am sure the Gallimimus family will win the championship.
Of course they will. They've never lost.
But this year, little Gallimimus will run the race. And he is handicapped. It will be difficult for him just to be in the race,
said Parasaurolophus. Everybody nodded, and they all agreed that this year another dinosaur family will win the race. Bang! As soon as the signal went off, the little dinosaur started to run. Little Gallimimus was running too, limping on one leg. He was running far behind the other little dinosaurs. Little Gallimimus clenched his fist and said,
All right, I'll give it everything I've got. I can do it!
Little Gallimimus started to run harder and faster. Before long, little Gallimimus was running ahead of all the other little dinosaurs. And he was the first to cross the finish line. All the dinosaurs were shocked.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this.
That little dinosaur is amazing!
Hooray! Little Gallimimus is the best!
Little Gallimimus flopped down after winning the race. Little Gallimimus's mom and dad came running to little Gallimimus and gave him a big hug.
Please forgive your mom and dad for doubting you could do it.
Oh, we are really proud of you, son.
All the grown-ups and little dinosaurs watched them, and they were deeply touched by little Gallimimus's courage.
공룡 이야기 마을
Stuck-up-nosed Eoraptor. Eoraptor is a small but nimble dinosaur. No dinosaur in the dinosaur village can run faster than Eoraptor. One day, Eoraptor had all the little dinosaurs together and was bragging about himself. Can any one of you jump off that tree? Eoraptor asked, pointing at the tallest tree in the dinosaur village, pushing his chest forward.
Oh no! How can anybody jump off such a tall tree?
Said the little dinosaurs, looking up at the tall tree. Then Eoraptor started climbing the tree and shouted, Now, take a good look, everybody! Eoraptor jumped off the tree without hesitating.
Whoa! He is flying in the air! Oh, wow! That's fantastic!
All the little dinosaurs were amazed at Eoraptor. Eoraptor made a gentle landing on the ground. He started to brag more than ever. How was that, huh? Is there a dinosaur that can jump off a tree better than I can? That's when little Tyranno climbed the tree and shouted,
I can do it too!
But when he reached the top of the tree, little Tyranno was so frightened that he started to tremble.
This is much higher than I thought.
Little Tyranno managed to calm down, mustered all his courage, and jumped. But when he landed, he tumbled and broke his leg.
Ouch! Are you all right?
The little dinosaurs rushed to little Tyranno. Watching the scene, Eoraptor started to laugh out loud. How did you manage to tumble like that? The little dinosaurs helped little Tyranno, who couldn't even walk on his own without help. but Eoraptor only kept giggling and laughing.
Take a good look. I'll show you how to jump off in style.
Eoraptor bragged loudly as he climbed up the tree again. That's when little Stego pulled out chestnut burrs from a big sack and spread them around the tree.
Show us how you jump in style. Let's see how wonderfully you can jump.
Eoraptor was flustered. This time, he knew he would get pricked all over if he jumped. Eventually, Eoraptor dared not jump and had to crawl down the tree. All the little dinosaurs laughed out loud when they saw how embarrassed Eoraptor was.
공룡 이야기 마을
Greedy Dilophosaurus. There is a thickly wooded forest in the dinosaur village. In the hot summertime, dinosaurs would avoid the heat in the shade of this forest. Today, the dinosaurs went in the shade of the trees to cool down like they always did.
Oh, gee, the heat gets worse every day.
You can say that again. It's so hot I can't even move.
The dinosaurs lay down in the shade and did not move. Then came Dilophosaurus, and he strutted towards the woods. He was known for his violent temper.
Ahem, this is the spot I was saving for myself. Now move,
said Dilophosaurus to Stego, who was lying and resting in the shade of the tallest tree in the forest.
Excuse me? How can anybody claim ownership of a tree's shade?
Asked the flustered Stego.
I came here early in the morning and picked this spot for myself. Now move, quickly!
Dilophosaurus insisted that the spot belonged to him. Stego was extremely upset, but he got up anyway. He knew how mean and violent Dilophosaurus was. When Stego got up and moved away, Dilophosaurus smiled and lay down in the shade of the biggest tree in the forest and stretched himself. But now he thought the shade Brachio was in looked cooler than his spot.
Brachio, I picked that spot yesterday. Now move!
Brachio couldn't believe it, but she moved away anyway because she didn't want to fight such a mean dinosaur as Dilophosaurus.
Oh, gee, I'm out of here.
After getting out of the shade, Stego and Brachio went home, grumbling between themselves. Then one after another, dinosaurs got out of the shade and started leaving.
Now all this shade is mine.
Left all alone in the shade, Dilophosaurus was so satisfied that he started humming. Rumble, rumble, clash! But then came a torrent of rain from the sky, followed by thunder and lightning.
I'm scared. Lightning's my biggest fear. Help! Help!
Frightened, Dilophosaurus screamed for help. But all the dinosaurs had gone home and none of them could hear him. In the end, Dilophosaurus was left alone in the forest and soaked to the bone with rain.
공룡 이야기 마을
Small but passionate Today, the dinosaurs are voting to elect the leader of their village. All the dinosaurs who wanted to become leader were busy bragging about themselves. Ultrasaurus said in a loud voice,
I am the biggest dinosaur in our village. That means I should be the leader.
Then Tyranno stepped forward. He said,
The strongest dinosaur has to be the leader of our village. So everyone should vote for me.
Then came Gallimimus. He said,
I am a really fast dinosaur. I think I should be the leader of this village.
Next came Pteranodon, flying in from the sky.
What are you talking about? I think a dinosaur that can fly should be the leader of our village.
That's nonsense. I should be the leader. No, I should be the leader.
Each of the dinosaur candidates insisted that they deserved to be the leader of the village. Just then, Compsognathus stepped forward. She was a small dinosaur that looked like a chicken. Compsognathus was so small that the other dinosaurs didn't even notice she was standing in front of them.
My fellow dinosaurs, I think a dinosaur who only brags about oneself is not qualified to be our leader.
Compsognathus may be a small dinosaur, but her voice was big and powerful. The dinosaurs broke into laughter when they saw Compsognathus because she was much smaller than any of them.
Then which dinosaur do you think should be our leader?
Asked the dinosaurs looking down at Compsognathus.
I think a dinosaur who can work really hard for the village should be the leader, rather than the ones who only keep bragging about themselves.
All of the dinosaurs who listened to Compsognathus's passionate speech nodded in agreement.
I am small, but I can work harder than anyone else for my village,
cried out Compsognathus. All the dinosaurs gave a big hand to Compsognathus.
She's right. We need a leader who will do his best for our village.
Of course. I think Compsognathus will make a great leader.
All the dinosaurs voted for Compsognathus. Now that it had a hard-working leader, the dinosaur village became a much better place to live in.